Hello, the name is Daman Devsood, your host for my weekly show, My Top Tips, every Saturday, 9 a.m. IST. Every week, I pick up a topic of concern to me, which I believe is a topic of concern to you all also. Today, the end of the series that I started 7 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago, the last episode in the series. The series was called Lessons from Life, My Life. Specifically, so my personal experiences, lessons from life, history, global history, and Indian wisdom. And as I said, today, once again, these are my experiences. I am talking of 40 years, 4 decades, hundreds of customers, thousands of students, one lesson. Looking back over 4 decades, I have had the privilege of meeting thousands of professionals across industries. I've gone across companies, countries, industry sectors in different roles. As an implementer, if you talk of last 20 years in the BCM and resilience world, as a trainer, as a consultant, assessor, auditor, tester, speaker, author, a lot. And what comes to learnings is a collection of or from all those interactions or interventions. Every organization was different, different cultures, different technologies, different context of the organization, different priorities also. Yet one common belief appeared again and again. My interactions with top management specifically, and they would make statements like this: we are safe because we have invested in technology. Or they would say, but Daman, we have invested a lot. Or, but Daman, we have hot DR. Actually, they wouldn't understand there are challenges even with hot DR. There are challenges even if a lot of money has been invested. Technology is important, but experience taught me that confidence should never be based upon assumptions. The organizations that impressed me most were not necessarily those with the largest budgets. So, money is important. Nothing comes free in this world. Business continuity and resilience also is not free. You need to invest time, money, and effort. But I'm still saying the organizations that impressed me most were not necessarily those with the largest budgets. They were the ones that asked difficult questions, or those who allowed me to ask difficult questions, or those who accepted, who willingly participated in my discussions to receive such questions from me, like, have you tested this? Can you prove recovery? Are your arrangements reliable? Will your future generations understand what you are creating today? Are you learning from every incident? Or would you be surprised and replace this surprise with shock? Would you be shocked if the incident would unfold unexpectedly? So we all make certain assumptions in creating our plans and arrangements. For risk, for example, we have made an assumption of the likelihood of the event or the risk and its impact. And based on that, we have made some certain arrangements. Best case, that we are even testing those arrangements. We are testing those controls, and those controls are still effective. But that effectiveness has been checked during BAU, business as usual, during good times. If the event actually happens, not according to that reliability, that probability, and the impact is different, today I have been talking about cascading effects in risk, a new concept that I have introduced. So if all that happens like that, not the way we assumed and we planned, but differently, then would we be surprised or shocked? These organizations viewed resilience as a habit rather than a project or program. They understood that continuity depends upon discipline. They understood that resilience had to be proven with evidence, auditable evidence, with clear references that could be traced back. Software development CMMI model would ask for traceability metrics. Today, I propose traceability metrics in all work that the organization does, including business continuity and resilience. Over the years, I realized something else. Customers rarely regret testing too often. We must test. How often? There is no rule about it. Generally, testing too much or too many times is not bad. That's what the experience has taught me. They often regret assuming everything would work. And we should never make this assumption. We should keep testing and improving. That lesson extends beyond technology. It applies to leadership. I have devoted a chapter in my earlier book, My Experiments with BCM, where I say for a successful program, I do not need the top management commitment. Are you surprised? Shocked with this statement when I say I do not need top management's commitment? Wait, what I say or what I continue to say is I rather need their continued commitment to the program, each program. That's leadership in resilience, according to me. These life lessons also apply to governance, to relationships, to life itself. Confidence is stronger when supported by evidence, auditable evidence. So, my top tip for today is simple: replace assumptions with proof. Because resilience is not what we say we can do, resilience is what we have already demonstrated that we can do. And work on your surprise preparedness index, which is my next book, 12th book, submitted for copyright already. It may come out towards end of the year or in the beginning of the new year. Surprise preparedness index. This book I have written differently from all other 11 previous books. This book is kind of a or like a textbook. I tell you the concept and I tell you how to implement or how to work upon that concept. While closing today's discussions, episode 137 of my weekly show, My Top Tips, every Saturday now at 9 a.m. IST. My promise to you, if you have any questions, about today's discussions, about this series, lessons from life, culture, wisdom, Indian wisdom, etc., or anything about resilience as a whole. Please feel free to write to me and I'll be happy to get back to you. This is your host, Daman Dev Sood. Looking forward to seeing you all every Saturday. Thanks. Bye bye.